Welcome, fellow adventurers, nerds, and neurodivergents. Sit back, stay hydrated, and prepare yourselves for tonight's adventure. As the Misfits made their way to the nearby ruins, they encountered some harsh weather. A couple of them got thrown into the air by a tornado. Eventually, they all made their... This is the old one again. Did I not post the new one? Sorry, guys. That was the one I read last time.
Oh my god, it's Groundhog's Day in D&D.
It's Groundhog. Here we go. The Misfits, trapped in this abandoned lab complex, struggled to find a way out. Eventually, they came up with a plan to dig under the wall of ice and escape. After a few minutes of digging, Penn popped his head up and realized he was right in front of their opponents. He got blasted back down the hole and began digging again. They made it out, but they get trapped and pincered with more ice and fire. And right when things look grim, a bright white light blinds everybody and their enemies are gone. After brief panic, they began to run away just as it starts raining. Eventually, they found a large lone tree with huge branches and drooping leaves. They posted up here for what they hoped would have been a good night's rest. And that is where we left off.
However, the Bagman. You forgot the Bagman.
Oh, I did not. You guys have fended off said Bagman.
We did, but...
And fallen back asleep.
Hey, it's still ruckus to the night.
And that was the third watch, so it was almost breaking daylight. So, Malachi, you were finishing up your watch. Panting, naked, running around with a giant sword.
To be fair, I was using my axe, not my sword.
Giant axe. I was talking about the thing between your legs, not what you were holding.
Yeah, well, yep.
Everybody else fell back asleep. Penn a little more rough because claws in the chest don't really help. But you do all finish a long night's rest.
I definitely did not fall back asleep.
Then you have a level of exhaustion.
That's fine. I just got attacked by a mysterious thing under this bag of holding that. Yeah, I'm kind of freaked out right now. I want to go back to sleep.
So you do not gain the benefits. You do not gain the benefits of a long rest, and instead suffer one level of exhaustion.
I buried the bag. You're safe.
Yeah, we stopped that thing. Damn it.
Did you?
Wait, when we wake up, are we still naked?
Yeah. Everyone's naked.
Oh, I lovingly dressed everyone in their sleep without them.
I would not have allowed this.
Penn, are you sure you did not fall back asleep?
Well, Ace assured me that I am safe because she buried the bag, so...
Correct.
I fell safe and then I fell back asleep.
So you do gain your benefits of a long rest. So everybody can click the long rest button if you haven't, just to make sure that everything is reset and your health is reset and whatnot.
Yep.
And you awaken. The day is yours. Well, Malachi, you were already awake because you finished your long rest technically.
Okay, perfect. So then in that case, if I'm awake before everybody else, I would dress and then kind of walk away from the group to kind of so we are how far are we from the okay,
with a underneath a giant weeping willow in the middle of otherwise plain grasslands with some type of body of water that's a few hundred feet off.
Okay, I'd make my way over to maybe about 30 feet away from the large body of water.
It's not a large body of water. It's like a larger creek that you would find in like a forest that runs to a river.
Okay.
So like enough to splash like around in and for small fish, right? But not enough to like, unless you're an idiot, you won't drown.
Okay, yeah, no. I go over there. I like splash some water on my face.
Yep.
I'm dressed at this point.
Yep. Your clothes are warm.
Yeah, this actually feels really nice compared to the last time because it was wet and freezing.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to.
Since you're awake, Malachi,
Yeah.
you get to roll the D100.
Oh Lord.
Everyone else is asleep still, technically.
Okay. So I will roll the D100 right now. That's the D100. 45.
I'll be nice. Clouds start rolling in as you are coming to from a clear night sky. The wind it's a little breezy, not windy, but breezy. So it's a little chillier than normal, but your fire is still lit because it's been protected in this little like nook between the roots and this dry patch and all the tinder and wood that you guys found collectively throughout your watches. And your clothes are warm, so the breeze feels nice, but they look like storm clouds.
Damn it. You said we're in the middle of the strange grasslands?
You're in the middle of grasslands, and you assume it's the strange grasslands.
Okay. From where we are,
Mhm.
can we see can we see how the body of water is flowing? Like, does it meet at a certain point?
The babbling brook, for lack of a better term, is flowing north.
It's flowing north.
Well,
Okay.
mostly north. Like, it's not a straight line, right? Because it's nature.
Of course not.
So, but it's mostly going north. Let me pull up something here to make sure I tell you the right cardinal direction exactly, so that you guys don't get confused. Yeah, it's flowing like north, and it looks like it curves a little bit. As it flows north, it curves to the east.
Okay. At a point?
Not really. It's like a slow curve to the east. Like you see, it's going northeast, and then it starts, and then you kind of lose it on the horizon line.
Okay.
Because it's all flat, you have no vantage point from where you are.
All right, I'm gonna take a handful of of water from this babbling brook. I'm gonna gulp it down. I'm going to take a look around, and then I am going to cast Find Steed.
Okay. Are you looking for a particular type of steed?
So I'm going to drop the steed into the chat right now. Give me 1 second. Where's my D&D folder? There you are. There we are. Boom.
So remember. Okay, so like a dark colored horse.
Yeah.
Like a dark colored war horse.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can choose a fine steed as a war horse, pony, camel, elk, or mastiff.
Yep. So it's a black war horse.
Okay, so you have that's more like is that black or like a chocolate brown? It's like a chocolate brown.
This is looking pretty.
It's a dark chocolate brown. It doesn't look pitch black.
Can I make it pitch black?
Sure.
I want him to. The horse's name is going to be Midnight.
Okay, so you summon Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you 10 minutes to do so, and about this time, everybody else begins waking up. Because the attack happened towards the end of your watch.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone else is waking up. You guys wake up as you open your eyes. You see Malachi splash around in the water, and there's this giant thing over there with him.
What the hell is that? Ace, you see this?
What?
Look in the water.
Ew. Malachi's naked.
I'm not naked. I'm
He's
not
technically
naked.
Nothing's
dressed.
so rude.
I am dressed.
But he's a little too far away for you to tell whether or not he's naked.
Exactly.
From the back, because you're not facing them.
Eyes off the goods, lady.
You don't have any goods.
Oof! Oof!
Damn,
I couldn't hear
spicy.
that. I couldn't hear that. She's too far away.
No, you guys can hear. If she's yelling it, you can hear it.
Oh, if she could hear, is she yelling that?
The shop is closed. You have no goods.
Yeah,
Both
she's
me
yelling
and the
it.
horse, both me and Midnight look in her direction, and Midnight just kind of chuffs like,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at him and I say, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
There's a horse noise, Dianus.
Nay.
What
Do
is
you want
that?
to go fishing and get fresh breakfast?
Yeah, let's go fishing.
Oh God.
I brought poles this time.
Yes.
Oh God.
Are they approaching
We
me?
don't have. Of course.
Yes,
If
they
they're
woke up and they are naked and they are approaching you.
How quickly are they coming
With
at
fishing
us?
poles. Really big fishing poles.
With big fishing poles.
Yeah.
Well,
Nope.
big sticks. There's no fishing line on them.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, with Fine Steed, I have a mental connection with my steed. Is that correct?
You, let's see. Intelligence. Steed has. It understands one language that you speak. Mount combat. You have a survivors that you fight with. One mount you're shooting. Steed and the steed disappears. You have to dismiss it.
While it's within a mile of me, I can
while it's within 1 mile, you can communicate telepathically.
Okay, so I am, as they're walking towards us, with these poles in hand, butt ass naked. I am going to telepathically message to Midnight. They may look nice, but don't be fooled. They're trouble. Be wary. And Midnight's gonna look back at me, initially questioningly, but then he's gonna be like, in agreement.
Okay.
So right now we're just watching them.
Mm-hmm.
But we're actually also trying to keep our distance. So I want to be at least 10 feet away from them.
Okay. What are you girls doing?
Finding a fishing spot.
Yep.
So you're not trying to go towards him, you're just looking for a fishing spot.
No, we just want to look threatening, at least walking towards him. Make him question himself.
I will give you both a choice. You can either each roll an intimidation check, or you can each roll a performance check.
What's better?
Mine are the same. They're both +8.
Jesus.
Let's see.
I am a bard,
This
sir.
is performance and what else? Intimidation? Oh, they're both 2s, so yeah, okay, let's do this.
What you want to go with?
It doesn't matter. What do you got higher in? Oh, you said you're both 8, so it doesn't matter. So pick one.
Intimidation.
Okay, here we go. Intimidation.
That's
16,
24.
17. Wow, I got a 17.
Malachi. Roll a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. What? Oh boy. Oh no. That's an 8.
I would say you feel pretty intimidated.
Well, they each have very large boobs, so yes, I do feel intimidated. But nonetheless, it's more of a reason to keep my distance because I do not trust either one of them.
I think I'm gonna stealthily move to a little lower bit of a fishing spot and then sneak up behind Malachi.
Roll a stealth check.
Copy. I have stealth as an advantage. Yes, I do. Yeah. Plus 12.
Wow.
Got 28.
9 plus 12?
16.
Oh, 16 plus 12. Yes. So, you successfully accomplish your task.
So
I
all
can
of a
get up
sudden, she
behind
just kind of disappears, right?
him.
If you're keeping an
Or-
eye on him, she just drops down into the tall grass like a cat.
Okay, if she does that, then I'm immediately going to jump onto Midnight and we are going to book it in the opposite direction as soon as I see her drop. Because I know where this leads. She is a shadowy cat and they are tomfoolery experts. So
Stay honest.
if I was putting my
While you see as you drop, you see Malachi jump on the horse, but you feel a hand on your shoulder,
Wait.
and you look around and you see it is Devlin, and she's holding her finger up, saying "shh" to shush you
Oh.
for a
Okay.
second. And we're gonna try this out and see if it works. It works, and you guys both poof into nothingness. And then poof. One of you is straddling the horse in front of Malachi, and the other one straddling the horse behind Malachi.
What the fuck?
And she's
Naked.
gonna be like,
What the hell is this?
You're both naked.
Okay, if that's what's happening, that's what we're doing here. What's happening now.
Daeonis, do you want to
I-
be in front or behind?
behind.
Okay. Continue,
I-
Malachi.
I am then going to. As soon as I. All right. So what happens now? They both kind of just magically appear on
Yep.
Midnight.
Yep. And midnight speed is effectively cut in half.
So then I would cast Misty Step on myself, which then also casts it on Midnight. Since
Nope, not necessarily.
no. Really?
Let me read the thing. Oh, you can. Okay.
Yes.
Because of
Any
how
spell
it
that
is.
affects me. Yep. If I'm mounted,
But
any
you're gonna
spell
have
that
to make a
affects me.
concentration check. Or a constitution. Make a not a constitution save.
Why?
Just cause.
Just
You're
'cause.
intimidated.
Ah, okay. So Constitution save 22.
You failed.
What?
Highest intimidation check was a 24.
Oh my lord, this is ridiculous.
Your spell fails.
Guess it's a night of shenanigans.
Day, morning.
I'm-
It's morning.
I'm gonna take my very long fishing pole. I'm gonna whack Midnight right in the ass with it, and I'm gonna slide off the back.
Midnight is not amused.
Devlin is going to make an acrobatics check. 19. Devlin stands up and jumps up off of Midnight in the air. And as she does that, she just kind of smacks you, Malachi, on the back, and you fall forward on your horse.
Okay, I'm still mounted though.
You're still
so-
mounted.
Yeah.
But when they both do that, Midnight just goes charging off in a random direction. Malachi, roll a d4.
A D4. 4.
That's what you didn't want. Midnight runs directly into the creek.
Lovely. All right, so as soon as we get into the creek, I'm gonna mentally speak to him to calm down,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll walk out of the creek.
Okay. Dianus, your sister gives you a high five, and then she just kind of slinks back into the grass and goes back to the tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up back with Ace so we can go do some fishing.
Okay. Either both of you make a perception or investigation check, or one of you make one of those checks with advantage.
I've got high perception.
I
Okay.
was gonna say you have the higher one.
Then make it with advantage.
27.
You easily find a few places where you could potentially catch some smaller fish. You see some holes in the sides of the bank. You see some areas that look like you could maybe fashion some kind of net or pot if you wanted to try and catch crustaceans.
I think we learned our lesson about sticking our arms in holes. Unless she really wants
Nope. I'm good. I got bad PTSD from that last hole.
Shall we make a net?
Yes, we shall.
That will take you both some time, but I will say with that perception check, you guys find the materials and have the materials necessary to make a makeshift fishing net and spend some time fishing.
Huzzah!
Pen,
Touché.
what are you doing while all of this shit's happening?
Well, I heard Ace and Deanna were gonna go fishing for breakfast, so I figured I would go forage for herbs and maybe spices to be able to add to the fish, and maybe anything else I can find to accommodate with our meal.
Okay. Go ahead and make either a nature or an investigation check.
$16.
It takes you some time, but you do find various edible plants and some herbs that smell nice. Some look questionable, but they still smell good. You do find some berries and whatnot around as well. And while looking around, you find small game. If you were going to try to hunt anything, you find some squirrel and rabbit-like creatures around.
I'm not one for eating with my fellow companions of the forest, but I'll just take from Mother Nature of our forest as I need. I don't really need meat at the moment, so I'm not gonna be hunting for meat.
Okay. So it takes you some time, but you forage what you can as well. It just depends on how much time you want to spend foraging. You don't have to go very far, so you could still keep them in your sights. Like you're not out of eyeshot
I've,
because it's pretty open this area.
I've had my eyes on them the whole time, just laughing at the shenanigans that's going on over there. Even though
Mhm.
they're supposed to be fishing,
Mhm.
but I'm over here trying to, you know, help them with their meal prep, and they're over there with the shenanigans, messing with Malachi like usual.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna, since they're screwing off, I figured maybe I should screw around while I'm foraging. So I'm gonna pull out my pipe and smoke it while I'm foraging.
What are you smoking?
Oh, let me see what I have for herbs. Because I have a bunch. Okay, let's see. Inventory. Come on, computer. Come on, let's see. Some river herbs.
You're gonna smoke some river herbs.
Yes.
I love you too. Roll a Constitution save. Why not?
Constitution. Constitution. Coming right up. And that is a 16 again.
Okay. Um. You're kind of used to these random things that you've been smoking, but you're starting to
Yeah, I
feel
just had a feeling.
a little woozy, lightheaded.
Oh, yeah, that's not the feeling that I was going for. I was hoping that it would just make things a little bit more entertaining. So I'm
Oh,
gonna.
it's making things a little entertaining. It's making things more entertaining, but it's also making you woozy and lightheaded.
Okay, I had enough of that. I don't need to be getting sick. I'm trying to eat, not get sick. So I'm gonna. I guess until I see them actually catch something, I'm just gonna keep finding. Because I'm sure I'm not gonna find what I need. I mean, there's a lot of mysterious herbs and stuff
Mhm.
here that I don't really know about. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna just grab whatever I can that I can find, at least until I see them at least put the fishing pole into the line.
Okay. Malachi,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I would have started riding off in the direction of the direction the battling book is flowing, but
How
not
far
like
away are you going from the rest of the Misfits?
I'm following. I'm just following I want to see where we are exactly. So I there's no limit to how far I'm going exactly.
Okay. How long are you going in this direction?
Um, Good question. I would probably spend maybe the next 25 minutes going in this direction.
Okay, so that is there are 10 rounds per minute, 250 rounds. Are you going at a normal pace, a fast pace, a slow pace?
Normal pace.
Normal pace? Are you going to be going as a so normal pace, but are you going to dash as well?
No,
So you can move 120 feet per round?
no, I don't want to dash.
Okay, so
This is
60
really
feet
just kind of like, yeah,
60
this is
feet
really
per
just,
round.
mhm. And I would be getting more acquainted with Midnight, just kind of telling him things about myself and about some of the misfits.
Okay.
And he's a
So you go
moderately
15.
intelligent creature.
He is. You go 15,000 feet. which is like 3 miles? No. Yeah, almost 3 miles. You would get right around to the bend area.
Okay. Can I make a? Do I need to make a perception check to see what's going on around here?
I mean, you can if you want to get more details.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead and
I
make a
think I
perception check.
do. Alrighty. Oh, why am I doing that? I'm an idiot. Ugh. 9. You know what? Yeah, 9.
Smart man saving his luck.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fairly flat and all like grassland. You don't have that much higher of a vantage point. The river does start curving off. You can assume that it either overlaps with the marsh area or it's going to curve off to meet the main river again. Since that is the direction you kind of came from, you're not exactly in the same area. You're not in the same area where you came from when that ship dropped you off and you found the ruins. You were
That's
chased in a different direction.
Okay. And we haven't explored the ruin, the Lover's Lake yet, have we?
Yes, you have.
Oh, we have already. Just want to
That's the
make sure.
mummy
Okay.
tomb.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Um, in that case, and we can both myself and Midnight can see that the river changes course here.
It's not changing course. Well, kind of.
Or,
It's curving around the way that it's flowing. It no
okay.
longer just moves straight north, it's starting to move east, and you can see as you follow it till it hits the horizon line that it ends up going east.
And to confirm, um, I walked straight north, or was it kind of like at a
You followed the
northeast?
river. So you walk
Okay.
north for a little bit, then it started slowly becoming northeast.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna head. I'll head back to the group.
Okay. It's going to take you 25 minutes.
Okay.
Ace and Dianus.
Yes.
Did you just make a net, or did you also line your fishing rods?
Line them too.
Okay.
They can hang out while we net.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah. Just make a nature check first.
$24.
Your skills are fucking insane.
I have a
will-
20.
And your rolls are just insane. Alright, well, fine. Over the course of the time, as you guys see, you guys glance and see your shiny dragonborn companion foraging around in various areas around your campsite, like further out, kind of making a radius, but staying within yelling shot. Malachi disappears over the horizon with his new steed. But
Oh, that's not cool.
you assume he's just kind of frustrated with how you guys cause
Our
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
And you may think that he's also potentially scouting. While you're making your net, your fishing lines do pull a couple of times to catch some fish. I don't know where you're putting the fish, but you're catching fish. You've probably, over the course of time that Malachi's gone, you've probably caught, I'd say, like 3 or 4 smaller fish from your fishing lines.
I can put them in the mortar with my swordfish.
Okay. And did you make a giant net that requires both of you, or did you make 2 smaller nets?
Like 2 smaller throwing nets.
Okay. I need both of you to make a dexterity check.
Oh God. Oops. Sorry, that was a saving throw.
It's the same because you're not proficient.
Oh, okay. Well then,
But I will allow you to roll it again since you clicked the wrong button.
I stuck regardless. That's even worse.
Oh, that's a natural 20 plus 6. Or well, okay,
No.
it rolls for me on line 2, so that's a 21.
Oh, what'd you roll? Did you roll a natural 20?
Yeah, I did. And
Okay,
then when I went to like scroll up to see what I had to add, I hit it.
that's fine. I will take the natural 20. Ace,
Yeah.
you catch sticks and riverweed, seaweed, moss type plants and trash. That's about it. It's like fishing in Stardew Valley when you're just catching trash.
We really should put out some sort of initiative about the pollution upriver when we get back.
Gee, that's probably why we're not finding any fish.
Dianus, you somehow catch a river lobster
Ooh.
and some
River.
smaller crayfish like creatures and a couple more actual fish.
Is it good enough for all of us to have for breakfast?
The river lobster a real thing? Was it like my swordfish where this river just gets stray oceanic creatures?
Oh,
Probably close enough to the ocean.
half this shit I'm making up as I go. At about this time, you see your companion coming back on his great steed. You're all still naked, by the way. Like,
Yeah, we'll
Pen,
get dressed when we're done
even
to do
you're
breakfast.
naked.
We're bathing and fishing at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Indeed.
What do you guys do?
Guess we can wade across the water and take our stuff to camp and go cook us some fishy breakfast.
Yes. We'll start off. You know, before I met you guys, I was afraid to be surviving out in the world on my own like this. I didn't think I could.
See? We teach each other things.
I can do more than I thought.
Pen, you see
Do
them
whatever
coming
you
back
put your
in
mind
from...
to.
Pen, you see them coming back in from fishing?
Oh. Hi, girls. What'd you guys catch?
Fishies.
Diane
Fishies.
caught a river lobster.
A river lobster. Oh, that actually, I mean, it might be tasty. It's kind of rare. Never really heard of them before, but I found some herbs and everything that we could probably add.
Delightful. Once Malachi brings his horse back, we can milk it and get butter.
I don't think you
Did
milk
I hear her
horses.
say that?
Um,
I don't think we can milk horses.
I don't,
Did I hear her say that?
um, I don't,
I don't know if I was in range to hear that yet.
I
No,
don't,
they were back at camp, so you were not at range.
Okay.
um, Ace, if you're gonna milk Malachi's horse, I don't want any of that milk. That's not the type of milk I like. But go for it if that's what you're into.
A lot of
No.
protein, I guess.
I've never had horse milk.
Malachi,
Yes.
is Midnight male or female?
Midnight's male.
This is gonna get real interesting. To your relief, the girls just kind of turned back and walked their happy asses back to camp with their catch. Um, you see Devlin in the tree again, so you know she's not stalking you. Are you heading back towards camp?
Okay, so again, as I walk up and I start seeing things, I see Ace and Dionysus together.
Yeah, carrying some fish in the nets. Have the mortar with throwing some fish in it, and they're back at camp talking to Penn. It looks like he's got some herbs and things
Okay, and you said Devlin is just kind of hanging out
in the tree. She
in
went
the
she
tree.
went back in the tree, so you see all of them.
Okay. So again, I'm gonna slowly kind of shuffle over with on while still mounted on Midnight, and I am going as we're kind of walking up there. Midnight's gonna like chuff a couple of times, like
Yeah.
like questioningly, and what he's saying, like mentally, I can understand him. So what he's asking me is, are humans the only ones that actually wear clothes in your world? Because they're all naked. And I am going to say, my understanding was we all wore clothes, but, and I'm just gonna kind of gesture like, I don't know. And then Midnight's gonna give me kind of like a deadpan look, and then like, and then we're gonna continue getting closer to the group.
Okay, as you approach the group, are you gonna dismount?
No, I'm staying mounted.
Okay. Ace, you see Midnight and Malachi approaching, and they get they get underneath the tree as you guys are prepping your cooking area and prepping the fish and whatnot.
It's mostly just kidding. I kind of assumed his
Min-
horse would be a male.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I was mostly just kidding. I kind of assumed your horse would be a male.
Hey,
It was
I mean, horse milk.
Ace, make an intelligence check.
Oh no!
You want me to make an intelligence check? All right.
Ain't she supposed to be Miss Know-It-All?
Oh shit.
You get a D4. It might save you. It does
There you
save you. You know that you cannot milk a horse.
I mean, if it was a girl, maybe, but not a boy.
You know you cannot milk a horse.
Is she looking at Midnight like weirdly?
Yes.
Okay, if she is, we would have stopped like right there. Midnight would have been like kind of narrowing his eyes at her, and then he again
It's only
start
for a few
chuffing like,
minutes.
yeah, but a few minutes is way too long, and horses are already skittish animals. So if she's looking at him weird, he doesn't know what these creatures are. So he's just kind of like wary of it all. So again, if Ace is looking at him weird, he would kind of start narrowing his eyes and start chuffing back at me like, "What's up with the slimy one?" And I would say
I
I'm
am
still
not.
figuring that out. And we would probably stop about 10 feet away from the group.
Okay. Well, um, you guys explain how you guys are cooking your morning's breakfast.
First of all, I'm not slimy. I'm pleasantly moisturized. Just because you do it, ashy ass elbows.
You can't.
Moist.
You wouldn't be able to understand. You wouldn't have known that Midnight said that. Midnight can only talk to me telepathically,
I
unless
learned
you
some
can talk
horse
to animals.
corn.
I'm sorry.
I learned some horse from my unicorn.
Is that legit? Can you do that? Is that cool? I'm cool with it.
No, she
No?
cannot.
Oh, right.
Because her
Isn't that
unicorn can communicate telepathically, and he
ah?
can
So
also understand every single language.
ah.
I was
So
gonna say
again,
more
Midnight can
fish.
understand you. He just you can't understand him.
Correct.
Damn it. Sorry, Ace. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Sorry.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. I said I was gonna smoke some of our fish so that if we have any extra, we can have fish jerky.
Okay.
Oh, I have a mess kit that'll help cook
No, no,
prepare it. For you.
mine's the extra. You two can work on the fresh fish for breakfast. Anything extra, I will smoke into fish jerky.
So
Okay, well that's
how are we cooking our seafood?
Gonna just cut them in half, get them, and put them on our little stick fire.
Pen, are you adding the things you found?
yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna fry up some of the edible herbs in with some of the fish in my mess kit, please.
Did
I
you
didn't know I
take
had a.
did you take any
I had,
herbs that were the ones that smelled good but looked weird?
oh yeah, I took whatever I found.
Oh God.
But I'm only using the edible ones right now. I didn't use the good smelling ones. That's gonna be
Mm-hmm. 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 Roll a
for
D100.
another one. So, okay. Oh boy, where are you? D100 incoming. That is 78.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You fry up the good smelling, what you think are edible herbs, while the fish is cooking. Um, Dianus, what of the you have between you and Ace? You have like 6 small fish, 2 crayfish-sized fish, and 1 large river lobster.
We'll do up the crayfish, lobster, and see how far that gets us.
Okay. So Ace, you have the rest that you are smoking for fish jerky.
Yes.
What do you guys? Dianus, while you're doing this, Draco comes over and nudges your hand.
I'm gonna give him the fish heads.
Okay. He happily eats them, bone and all.
I'm gonna
Do
pat
you
him on
guys
the
have
head.
some time to discuss and talk about things while breakfast is being made and eaten?
Nobody's all talk at once.
Well, I would relay. Well, okay. So Midnight and I decided to take a look around. We headed due north, and it brought us to an area where the river kind of shifts slightly. But it's also the Mummy Temple. So I think if we head east, we will find something interesting.
Something like what?
Well, again, maybe some other areas to explore. Maybe some more information as to what the hell is going on here.
So your plan is to have us meander wildly to the east into the grasslands and just hope we run into something?
It's all I'm saying. And what's meander? We're going to do we meander? I don't think we meander. But anyway, if
Without a
we head,
destination, it's meandering.
Midnight just starts chuffing again, and when he does that, he's telling me in my mind like this one again, and I just kind of look at him again, and I look back at him, I nod.
You and Steamboat Willie can chuff at me all you want. I'm just saying, it's not exactly a solid plan.
Steamboat Willie.
But yeah, I was about to say both of us look questioningly like steamboat.
Because when you chuffed, it sounds like a steam engine. You just
Steam engine?
they have
Do I
them
know what steam
where
engine
I'm
is?
from. Civilization.
Would I know what a steam engine is?
Roll an intelligence check.
Hmm. Where intelligence? Oh, stupid! It's right up here. 12.
Nope.
No, even
Nope.
with a D4.
You can add a D4. We'll see.
4.
You've heard of them. You understand the basic concept. Fire burns, generates heat. Heat pushes heat turns a turbine. Generates steam. Turns more turbines. Generates power.
Okay. Oh, steam engine.
You've never seen one.
No. Just
It sounds like witchcraft.
oh, that's perfectly logical coming from the water witch here. But again, it's less of a plan and more just what are we doing here? Because we can't stay under the pretty tree forever.
Rain does move in throughout this conversation.
Heavy rain?
No, just light rain. Like rain.
Okay.
I just think we should move towards something that we know is there.
There's no point in going someplace we've already been. It's not going to get us any answers. I think heading east will allow us to find something that will at least push us more in the general direction that we need to go. And either way, Cryovane is east anyway.
Sure.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Until we just fall off the edge of this plane of existence? Sure.
And then Midnight's basically saying, this one's frustrating me. Can we go? And I'm going to pat him on the head, nod, and I'm going to say to Ace, yeah. And we're going to turn around and we're going to start shuffling off.
You can't. We haven't eaten and we have other group members to consult.
I actually gave myself and Midnight and each a ration.
Deanna,
I've already
roll an animal handling check for Draco.
Okay. That is 15 plus 9.
Is that 13 or 15 plus 9?
15.
So 24. You see Draco looking very, very hungrily at this horse. And you see
No,
Malachi
you
going to
can't.
leave.
Does Midnight notice this or?
Not yet.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna hold him back. I'm gonna yell at him in Draconic and tell him, "Don't you think about it."
If she's yelling this, I would hear this, right?
Yeah, in Draconic you hear it.
And
You just hear, don't you think about it.
And as soon as I hear that, I kind of look back and I like start narrowing my eyes at Dionysus, and I reply in Draconic, "Don't do what?"
See, Draco's still hungry, and he was licking chops at midnight there, so I told him don't even think about it. It's natural. He's hungry. I just have to go fishing and try to find him something else, or maybe give him some of my rations that I have left.
As she's saying this, is Draco kind of continuing to look hungrily at Midnight?
Yeah, but Draco hasn't made any moves yet. She rolled a 24.
Okay, so I would then start mentally talking to Midnight and saying, "Careful, the dragon looks hungry." At which point, Midnight would probably whip his head around and look at
There's
Draco and start chuffing. Huh?
There's 2 dragons.
Draco and who?
Pendragon.
Oh yeah, Dragonborn, but he's already like
a horse has an
recognized.
intelligence of 6. You remember, you're
what-
dealing with an animal,
Okay, so he sees both of them.
and is
And,
very confused.
He says, he starts chuffing and says to me, "There's a tiny shiny one, and a bigger fire, and a bigger." Well, like, what color is Draco?
Red right now.
He's black.
Red.
No.
Oh yeah, he's red.
He's
Okay.
red right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a tiny shiny one, and a big red one. I don't like this. We're leaving, and I would probably start chuffing a little more, and then
Friends on
No.
midnight.
wait, what happened? I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, she's being fucking savage.
I didn't hear it.
She's casting friends on
Wow.
She's casting friends on who?
midnight.
Oh God.
Okay, you cast friends. What are you going to try to do while midnight is under the effect of friends?
For right now, I'm just going to coo at him and get him to stay in one place and stop listening to Malachi.
You do so.
All right.
You have to make a. You do have to make a check.
Yeah, I was looking.
Don't I
What
have
do
to contest something? Because I don't know if Midnight would
He's
be
not
a willing
hostile.
creature. He's not hostile.
It's not willing. It's
He's
a
already
creature that
wi-
isn't hostile towards you.
I mean, define
You are not actively in
hostility.
combat.
He doesn't like Ace.
Ace, you are trying to persuade him. This is not a charisma check, but he is an animal, so I'll tell you to make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. Damn. 10.
Add a d4.
Oh. $11.
Okay. Malachi,
Hmm.
roll a d20 for me and -2. With disadvantage. So roll 2d20 and give me the lower number.
Why am I at disadvantage?
Because magic.
It's for the horse. It's not for you.
Oh, nat 20 negated
13.
it, so a 13.
-2 is an 11. Ace, you met the DC.
I'm gonna luck that.
Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
So just one more
I'm gonna
d20.
get it. With just one, not two?
No, a luck is just a single reroll.
Okay. A D20. Ah, worse.
Actually, no, you get a D4 on that, Malachi. So friends has no effect on midnight.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because of
D4
the
would have
nat
you
20
beat it.
before.
Yep. So you feel, Ace, you feel midnight start to calm down, and then kind of chuff and shake its head back and forth, and kind of snaps out of it and backs away from you.
And I think he realizes that something tried to happen to him.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
That tried to charm him.
All right. So then he would probably look at Ace with like a horrified expression and then start like, and then you'd be like, we're getting out of here now. And then he would probably like, I'd be like, whoa. And then he'd probably like start boosting east.
Are you gonna dash and double dash?
Yes. Yes. He is out of here. He sees two dragon thingies. He sees the lady the slimy woman who's trying to cast some kind of spell on him, and they're all naked, and including the two cat people. He's out of here. He's had enough.
Hey, Malachi, where you going?
I'll tell you when I get there. And my voice drowns out as we ride off.
I start charging after him.
There's no way you can catch up.
Well, as I start charging after him, my wild shake into a warhorse.
You have all the ability to catch up. Devlin jumps on your back. Pen.
Oh.
I just look at Diana. If you want to go, feel free. I'm gonna let them deal with this.
No, I kind of want to see this fuckery.
Okay, Pen, are you charging at them at the same speed that they're going?
Well, I'm gonna be dashing because I'm gonna try to catch
and he's
up.
dashing.
Oh, well then.
So you're gonna keep going at the same speed? Because you're
you're
not that far behind them.
And I'm gonna try to catch him. Try to catch up.
Right.
I'm gonna. Well, I can't say nothing because I'm a horse, but I'll just.
But you can talk to
the other horse
as a horse. You can talk to Midnight as a horse. So he can understand.
Talk as a horse, though.
You can talk in horse as a horse.
Because you're a horse.
It doesn't matter. You feel this weird energy envelop you, and then.
Who?
Malachi, you are immediately stopped as Pen with Devlin on his back appears about 20 feet in front of you.
Wait, what happened now? I got stopped?
They disappeared from behind you, and they are standing in your path in front of you 20 feet. If you do not stop, you will crash into them.
Alright, so Midnight would see them pop in, and he would... is it enough time to change course, or no?
You either stop, or you crash.
Okay, we'll stop.
I'm rearing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we stop, we both start rearing up, and
okay.
Midnight rears up kind of angrily, and I immediately try to calm him down.
Malachi, you need to make an athletics check to stay on the back of the horse.
Okay. Oh, luck.
I think maybe we should just let Draco eat him.
Wait, Ace, are you telling that to Dianis?
Yes.
All right.
We're watching.
Ooh, nat 20. So.
Alright, you successfully stay on the back
I'm
of the
just
horse.
gonna shake head.
Uh, so Midnight would start chuffing, uh, kind of saying, what's going on? Who is that? How did they get here? And then he'd see Devlin on the back, and he'd be like, one of the cat people. And again, I'm like trying to calm him down and whatnot. So you would, Penn, if you're a warhorse, you would probably be able to understand this, right?
No,
No?
you're
No.
speaking telepathically to your horse.
Well, he starts chuffing. So his chuffs are his kind of
Penn can
his
understand what the horse is saying, but while you're
yeah.
having this conversation, Devlin jumps and does a flip in the air and lands on the back of your horse.
And he would start panicking again and then run around Penn war as a warhorse.
Well, she
And
strikes you in the
continue
chest.
east. Huh?
She strikes you in the chest.
Strikes me in the chest? Do I take damage?
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
Wait, what?
Does a 19 hit you because you just put clothes on, not armor?
No, I put my armor on.
You
I
just
wanted
said
to
you
get
got
fully
dressed.
dressed. I don't have any common clothes, so I thought that was my armor.
No, everyone has common clothes.
Oh. Well,
Let me
either
see
way,
what your
a
thing
19 would
is.
hit me.
Yeah, so either way it doesn't matter. We could say you put your armor on, but she rolled a 19.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a strength check.
Okay. 21, and I think I get a D4.
D6.
I think my nat 1. Oh no, because I used luck, so
Mm-hmm.
D6. At 2, 23.
And you stay on. She can do that again though. That's a 22 to hit. I need you to make another strength check. This time with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Why? 15.
Plus a d6.
Ah, 16.
This time you're kicked off the back of your horse.
Ow! What the hell is going
Her
on?
bow's drawn. She's still naked. Standing on the back of your horse with her bow drawn.
I would, again, I would kind of I would probably grab my battle axe and take a defensive stance. Well, I mean, like, while I'm on my back on the ground.
Nobody is leaving anywhere. I've lost enough friends.
I'm gonna roll backwards and use half my movement to get back to my feet and hold my defensive stance and say to Devlin, I don't like what you're doing here. Get off my friend.
I am keeping the party together.
And Midnight would actually start like kicking a little bit.
Chuck to
She
call out and
she fails, so she probably gets kicked off. Yeah, that's a 10. So she gets kicked off. But you guys got another nat 20. Because she just rolled one, so she lands on all 4 claws.
I can't.
Next to Penn, who's still standing in front of Midnight, and you got kicked off of Midnight.
So I would again. Oh no, go ahead.
I'm gonna chuff and like try to and say Midnight's name. Tell him to relax. It's all right. We're just we just we don't want to lose anybody. She's being a little uh, aggressive towards it, but she's lost too many people. She doesn't want to lose anybody.
Dianus and Ace, you see this all happening from a distance.
That horse is going to be a liability in battle if it's terrified of a slimy woman.
Or a dragon.
Oh, God, yeah.
Nothing else?
I still vote for letting Draco eat.
No, that's what I'm gonna start with. You know, that's
Alright.
kind of a lot for us.
All right. Well, Pem, what were you doing? You were chuffing or something?
I was chuffing. I was like, that was a lot for like a chuff or two. From, like, talk to Midnight and let him know what's going on.
Midnight would kind of start again, chuffing back, like, what is going on? Where did you come from? What's going on with all of these other creatures? We're the only two horses here.
There's many other horses. They're just not here at the moment.
And as they're talking, Malachi would get back up on Midnight.
It'd take you a couple rounds to do that.
Okay, I would be moving to do that. Sorry, go ahead, Pat.
So it's just we're all a little weary about this area as well. Let's head back to the other group. And if you're worried about the dragon, I'll make sure that I am between you.
But there's two dragons. And then there's a big one, and then there's a little shiny one. They're both, I don't know.
The shiny one left.
He's not coming back?
He comes and goes.
And he kind of looks like, narrows his eyes at Penn Warhorse, and he's like, "Where did you come from? I didn't see you anywhere."
Where did you come from? I didn't see you anywhere as well.
As you guys are having this conversation, the rain begins to get colder.
Colder?
And you hear wing flapping sounds in the distance. And that is where we're going to take a break. We'll be back here shortly. Everyone needs to get up and stretch their legs for a little bit. But we'll come back.
Potty break.
This crazy, yes, a potty break or a snack break.
Definitely.
During this crazy turn of events. So we will see you all back here shortly. And we are back. We left off with an interesting entanglement going on between the Misfits and the weather getting colder, with some weird sounds in the distance.
And we can all hear this weird noise in the distance.
It sounds like a large wing beat.
Oh, great.
You can't see anything though.
Can I jump on Draco and fly 45 foot up?
Sure. You're still naked.
Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna get dressed.
Okay.
Yeah, same. Being that it's cold, I'll put on my clothes and my armor.
Alright. You both take your time doing so. Then you hop on Draco. And go 45 feet.
Fly up and... Yep, I can see if I can see anything.
Nope.
Well, damn.
You could keep going higher.
I can? I thought you could only
His
go
fly
45 foot
speed's
high.
45 feet.
Oh.
So that means that while flying, he can move 45 feet.
Okay, yeah. Go up a little bit higher. Make sure we're like above the canopy of the trees.
Double check. It might have gone up. Yeah, 45 feet. So you can keep going. You can even use an action to dash when you're in the air.
Okay, yeah. I'll like fly straight up and see if I see anything.
Do you break the cloud line?
Sure, why not?
It takes you a couple minutes, but you eventually break through the clouds, and it gets colder and wetter. And as you break above the clouds, you are met with a terrifying sight.
Wait?
The largest white dragon that you have ever seen is a few hundred feet away, flying towards you above the clouds.
I'm gonna do like a complete lateral, like lie down, right back down. I can only imagine
I need
Draco's
you to
probably
make
a
a
little
dexterity
scared.
save.
Dexterity save?
Dexterity save. For Draco.
17. What's his dex save? Same as mine?
On your sheet, I believe he's proficient with dex saves. Yeah, so it's +7.
I remember. Okay, I got a 17, so it'd be 24.
You successfully dodge the huge cone of ice that blasts above you. But all the rain turns to sleet as you are diving back down.
So in other words, it's like coming down faster or as fast as I am.
The sleet? It's dropping faster and it stings like sleet.
Oh, I bet it does. Sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna fly down by everybody and land in just be like, that is a huge fucking dragon.
I look at Leon and he looks like his mind. What? You say dragon?
Yes, a big white dragon.
You all notice that it is now sleeting instead of raining in the area.
Everything's getting pelted.
I am riding back underneath the weeping willow tree so I can try to stop getting pelted by tail.
Okay.
You know, I'm still a horse and all.
Okay. As you turn back and as it turns, Devlin also jumps on your back as you're doing that.
I thought she still was. Oh, no, that's right.
No,
That's
she
right.
was jumped down in front of you, so she jumps on your back as you ride off, and it gets colder, and then once you get under, she sits by the fire and dries off and puts her clothes back on.
I use my psychic mind on her. She can grab my belongings and throw them on my back like saddlebags.
Okay.
You don't suppose just huddling under the tree and staying quiet will... it won't notice us.
I don't know, but he is huge. Oh,
Malachi, what are you doing?
So, how heavy are these wing beats? Like, are they enough to kind of for us to hear them on the ground?
Yes, you can hear them.
Okay, so at that point, then Midnight again would start kind of panicking again and start chuffing, like, and Penn would be still in his warhorse form, so that would kind of be saying to him, it's like, uh, "What do you hear that?" And he would also be saying in his mind the same thing, so I would be able to understand him, and I would again look up to the sky, and is that about the time when I would see Diana's kind of come straight down, or?
Yeah. And then she reports what you saw, and Penn runs off under the willow tree.
I From where I am, you said it's sleeting now down on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming a large dragon passes overhead.
Hasn't passed overhead yet.
Okay, it hasn't passed overhead yet.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Penn back to the. I'm gonna impress upon Midnight that we need to follow back, and I'm gonna direct them to do so. We're gonna head back under the Weeping Willow.
What is your guys' plan?
You're just asking in general?
Oh, what are you doing? You're all under the tree. Diana's reported seeing this huge ass dragon. It's sleeting now.
I mean, at this point, I would suggest just waiting until it passes overhead. And then I look
I'm a
at Penn
horse.
and yeah, you're a horse. Still a horse. But you can understand us, right? Like with your psychic mind, I guess.
I can understand you. I just can't respond. I can use my psychic mind if I have to.
Okay, but you can understand. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
It saw Draco and Diana, so it knows we're here somewhere.
Which means that we shouldn't be here.
Under an umbrella in an open field. I think we're a little conspicuous. We should have a better plan than hiding.
Oh, there's
And then I
there's
kind
a
of start
couple
like
things you guys can do.
well,
Specifically,
Malachi would start like drag. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
one of you yes, one of you definitely has something you can do.
Time to plane shift?
No, something much more simple.
I'm gonna just throw my cloak, like my hood up.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I'm gonna do.
Look at your class features a little closer. You have something
I'm
you can do.
I'm gonna let Ace know with my psychic mind that I didn't come here to hide from said dragon. I came here so I stop getting hit with sleet.
The favorite enemy?
Mm-mm.
Oh, primal awareness.
No, that's not. I mean, that would work, but
You're kind of cute. Farming and scale.
something that is good for stealth.
Oh, yeah, hide in plain sight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys what you do, though. You're running out of time.
I'm gonna hide in plain sight.
Isn't that a spell?
It's a spell and it's a class feature. Yes.
Oh.
It will hide us all.
Is it?
It gives you a +10 to your stealth checks.
That sounds like the best plan we can hope for.
And because it's not a spell, you can technically use Pass Without Trace at the same time.
Really? Yeah, let's combine both of them then.
Oh, bless me. Okay, it takes you about a minute and some change, but you guys put out the fire and successfully hide yourselves, blend in with the tree. Everybody roll stealth checks. Yeah, everybody roll stealth checks and add 20.
Let's check me.
Yeah. 39.
Okay.
I got 45.
Okay. We'll
Nice.
roll one for Draco and go ahead, Ace.
25.
You rolled a 5.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
You are now at minus D4s.
Do we
Malachi.
get D6s prior?
What?
Do I get do me and Deanna get the D6s for this roll?
Yeah,
Since
you
we rolled
had
before.
so Malachi, Dianus, and Penn. You can all add a D8
Oh, okay.
because that's what you were at.
Oh.
But then Malachi, I need you to roll. And Ace, technically, you can add a D8 to yours. You're 25. Malachi, I need a stealth check on the Steed. Which is
Another
D20
14.
plus 1.
$31.
Okay.
And then, sorry, you need a what now from me?
Stealth check on Midnight. So roll a D20, add 1, and subtract a D4.
Oh, D20 is 14. Then minus 1 is 13. And then
No, add
subtract the
1.
D4. Add 1. So 15. And then minus
Roll
the
a D4,
D4.
yeah, because of the nat 1. Yep.
3. So on 11.
It's 31. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. You guys better hope. Perception check. You guys all hold your breath.
Can I do something to help?
Sure. What are you gonna do?
Create water and create a fog around our area.
That would actually make sense. Okay. How big is the fog cloud?
Sorry, I'm trying to look. I think it's 30 feet. 30 square. Let me find it. Yeah, 30 square feet. Or 30-foot cube, rather.
Okay, 30-foot cube. Okay. You create a fog cloud that starts to form. And you all hold your breath for a moment. The wing beats slow down in the area. You hear this loud dragon roar. And as it drops down and looks around, sniffing. I know you're there. I can smell your fear. A few moments go by. He sniffs over by the water. There's tracks. Looks around. Looks at the tree. But the fog. It needs, let's see. Intelligence check. I guess I made it a little too cold over here. Ha! No matter. They'll come find me for their friends. Wing beats. Until he soars up back into the sky. It is significantly colder now. A few moments pass. No sign of any other dragons.
Jesus Christ.
Pen, Dianus, you both recognized the dragon. As did your
Did
sister.
did we see him?
You did.
I wasn't sure if we seen him through the fog.
But Pen, you're still a horse, so.
Well, I'm not talking to them. I'm just talking to you.
Yes, you did see him. The fog cloud was like a 30-foot cube fog cloud. You saw him. He was massive. You knew exactly who it was.
I'm chafing and kicking my hoofs and like getting riled up and getting a little agitated because I don't know what I want.
What do you guys do as the fog cloud dissipates?
Is that the dragon you guys were talking about?
I'm in complete shock to actually see this dragon again. And knowing what we went up against. So I'm still kind of like shook and awe, but I'm gonna look at Ace and just shake my head and just be like, this is gonna get bad. Everyone was right.
Yeah. This is what I was afraid of.
He said he has our friends.
I feel that's what concerns me a lot.
Plural. So who else could that mean?
I'm not sure.
You guys do recall Penn and Malachi yelling something at the two other figures that were with the dragons the last time they attacked.
Okay.
He, I don't know who to talk to. I use my psychic mind to talk to Ace and tell her that I'm pretty sure he's talking about Elish, Yak, my mentor, or father, as you guys call him, and pretty sure Malachi's father.
Malachi's literally just kind of sitting on top of still mounted on Midnight, but he is kind of like
You would have gotten
trembling
off
with
midnight during
to
the
hide.
hide in plain sight, yes.
Okay. In that case, he's just kind of standing next to Midnight, but he's like kind of like trembling, like slow, like quietly.
Yeah, this thing was stronger than anything you have faced thus far.
Yep, yep. Again, but along with that, and the fact that he could hear it talking to him about their friends, it reminds him of seeing Erdlock basically corpse-like on top of that dragon.
They weren't corpse-like, just a little different.
He said his eyes were kind of glazed over.
Yes, but otherwise looked rather normal.
Really, like the hue of his skin was the
Yeah, his
same
eyes were
color.
just glazed over.
It gave me kind of like a White Walker-y kind of vibe.
There's a lot more to a dead than glassy eyes.
Certainly something going on. Maybe charmed. Hopefully charmed. But again, Malachi's not responding to anything at the moment. But Midnight would kind of look at him and start chuffing and be like, "You okay?" And Malachi would kind of like shake his head and be like, "Don't worry about it right now."
Okay.
Oh, so then earlier when I was chuffing and kicking my hoods in anger, I guess I forgot there Midnight was here. So Midnight would have heard me yelling Cryovan's name.
Midnight looks back at Penn. Penn, you're still a horse, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then he would kind of start chuffing at you and be like, "What's a cryovan?"
That dragon.
Ah. Well, we all need to get the hell out of here. And he starts chuffing that in horse.
Agreed. That's the dragon you need to be afraid of. Not the red one.
He looks back at the red one. Is Draco still looking at him hungrily?
Draco is petrified,
Oh,
completely scared,
okay.
shaking, tail
Uh,
between his legs, curled up in a ball.
oh boy. Okay. Um,
I'm gonna trot over to Draco and I'm gonna start like nuzzling him. I'm gonna lay down next to him.
Okay. It's still morning.
I'm just comforting him. That's all.
I think we should check on the city.
Probably not a half bad idea.
was that the direction that he was coming from?
Hard to tell. You guys hid. Oh, well, Diana, she would have known. When you flew straight up and saw him, he was coming from like a southwestern direction. So no, it was not the direction of the city.
Is she relaying this information? Did she relay this information like the direction that it was coming from earlier?
No, she was freaking out.
Okay, so only she would know that it's not coming from the city.
Yeah, but if he was doing circles, he could have potentially.
Plus, we don't know if he came from the city, or well, we know he didn't come from the city, but we don't know if he's heading towards it either.
Yeah, he flew off and it looked like he was gonna go somewhere towards the east. But that's also where his lair is, so
Mm-hmm.
from what you've been told.
So the last time it was really cold was near the city, so we know he's near enough of it to it.
How
Somewhere
long
close
has it
around.
been? How long has it been since we were in the city? I'm sorry.
Do you want the how accurate do you want that information to be?
As accurate as possible, really.
So let's see. The last time you guys were in the city.
Or rather, has it been weeks or simply days?
Oh no, it's been weeks.
Definitely weeks. Has it been months? I'm sorry?
1 second.
Okay.
Don't we have a couple more ruins to explore out here?
So it has been 2 weeks, approximately.
That's actually not terrible, but at the same time, a lot can happen in 2 weeks. Um, Dionysus, you're certain it wasn't coming in from the direction of the village of the city?
No, it wasn't coming from the direction, but it headed towards the east when it took off.
I'm gonna look over at Devlin since again she's always been kind of surprisingly knowledgeable about these situations, even though I'm still wary of her. I'm gonna be like, Devlin, thoughts?
She is very quiet. She's just she's very zoned and like shaken in her own world right now.
I'm gonna look back to Diana and I'm gonna kind of coax her to see if she can get an answer out of Devlin.
I'll try here in a little bit. She doesn't open up in front of people, so.
I'm going to use my psychic mind to ask Devlin if she's happened to notice, I think it's Kabuto, is that his name? Our servant buddy?
Notice what?
If she's seen Kabuto, I think that's his name, our serpent
No.
friend.
She responded, no. I haven't.
You alright? We're all a little shooken up and checking on this, buddy. How you doing?
You guys are still
Alright,
only a
well,
few, now it's probably a few thousand feet from the ruins. And there's a giant beacon showing your location because of the willow tree.
I keep saying we need to move. Head
It is
east.
getting warmer again.
I'm gonna start trotting at least outside of the willow tree. I'm gonna get up and go outside of the willow.
Okay.
See if I can, follow the leader type deal.
Let's see.
I'm gonna start
How?
following. Well, sorry. Which direction is Pennis going?
East.
I'm going in that direction. Right on top. Me and Midnight. We start trotting as well, and I'm gonna look back at the group. I'm gonna say we need to move.
How far east are you going?
I'm
Like,
gonna
how
keep
far
pace
east are
with
you
him.
planning on, how far east are you guys planning on going? Until you hit a body of water, until you get back to the town,
Until we hit something of
until you hit
interest.
something that's not grasslands.
I'd say
Sure.
the body of water because based on what I told them earlier with the flow of the river, I would surmise that the river bends around and we would meet up with it if we headed due east.
Mm-hmm.
That's a U-turn.
A bit, or big old V.
So I'm going to need...
That is not a natural way for rivers to flow.
I
They
think
don't
this set
come
was
back
more
on.
like a.
Each of you roll a D100.
Interesting.
I got a 37.
Okay.
We're all hovering right around the middle.
27.
So 37, 27. So 37, 27. Okay. So you're following day's travels as you guys are a little shaken up. You still trudge along, and the first day is met with some more rain. Why is Kenku not rain? The first day is met with some more light rain, but it's a little colder still. It's not the best thing to be walking in. Nothing really out of the ordinary or of note happening. The second day it gets kind of calm, but there's still heavy cloud cover. Still nothing of note. You don't see anything. Nothing is really seems to be around you. There's nothing really stalking you. The third and fourth days, the rain gets heavier. It's a very, very stormy rain. A little bit of thunder here and there, but not much. Your night's rests are completed, without much issue. But it's still oddly quiet. Until, near the end of the fourth day, you come across a familiar river. It looks like an area that you traveled down. Previously. You even see some water elementals hanging around.
Oh, we have been here.
I'm gonna ask Ace, is this the river we took to Lover's Lake?
I think so. Can I go try and talk to the elementals?
Oh god. Okay, sure. We're gonna talk to the water elementals.
I'm sure they'll remember me. We're very close.
What do you say or do?
I will just greet them and ask kindly if I may ask a question of them.
One of them looks at you and does the equivalent of a nod.
I believe we've met before in our travels. We've encountered a severe danger. A white dragon. Have you seen it?
Another nod. But the glowing eyes that it has are looking at you curiously.
It brings danger to the land around here. We seek to get rid of it and bid safe passage through the area.
It looks at you and looks around and then points towards the lake.
Thank you. And I will do a small bow.
No major response.
A report back to the group.
Okay. You don't see
Are we
much.
good to move? Oh.
You don't see much in the direction of the lake. You do see a speck that's sticking above the horizon line, but you're not sure what it is.
Is it a white speck?
No, it's a darker speck.
Like a fixed point?
Maybe. Too far away to tell.
Can we keep moving east?
Sure. If you want
I
to.
mean, towards this thing, I guess.
That would be more of northeast, because you'd be following the river.
Okay, northeast then.
Okay. I'm going to need, from where you are, each of you roll another D100 for me.
Have we also gotten long rests?
Yes.
Okay. D100. D100, go! A 2?
I got triple zeros.
That's 100, right?
Oh
I'm not
God.
sure.
10.
You got 100. Oh, you also got an 81. Cool.
I'm impressed with
81.
We're going to do this in a logical order.
I was looking at the map trying to figure out where we were. Sorry.
Okay. This rain doesn't let up. It is a heavy thunderstorm. So first you start going this direction. Again, things seem to be leaving you alone for some reason. You can, again, you can use this time to talk about anything as well. I'm just kind of fast traveling your travels, but
I would assume that we would be talking about, the area and possibly, again, if we don't see anything new, then we'll probably head back in the direction of the city just to check on it, unless you guys would want to talk about something else.
Well, trying to, you know, put the pieces together. Of course, I'm using my psychic mind to now kind of know. Like, what have we figured out between all the ruins we went to? Is there a link? Like, the when we went to the one ruins where we found Kabuto, and Dev didn't want us to go there in the first place because she felt like that we would encounter the reason why it's here. Did she mean what was in the ruins or cryovan? We could have just ran into him anywhere, not just at that ruins.
There's one person we can ask that, and I'm going to motion to Devlin.
Oh,
I'm gonna push Devlin towards Malachi.
yes.
well, nobody else heard them.
I'm going to look horrified, like, what are you doing?
What? What? Sister, why did you do that to me?
They have to be told.
About
Tell
what?
them what you told me.
She sighs and stares up at the sky that's raining down on all of you. And just kind of stares for a second.
I'm just gonna stare back at her with like loving concern of like these are like our family too. Every single one of them is like our family.
Part of me feels that we should stop investigating these ruins, these temples, these places.
Tell them about your dreams and your sights that you see.
They're here for a reason. I get dreams, nightmares, visions, I'm not sure which. They feel so real, of things burning, of a great army rising from the depths, and no one able to combat it.
I think Malachi would have like a little bit of a flashback
I get
of
visions of light pillars shooting up from the land. I get the sense that something is keeping something away from this place.
I'm going to touch her shoulder. What if you are getting these dreams because you are the one who's able to stop it?
Maybe. But if we can't even stop a dragon, how are we gonna stop a god?
think we're all here for a reason. It wasn't just chance that we got brought here. I was nobody.
I think that reason might be because we all died.
What?
I was nobody, Devlin. Who would even want to kill me? I mean, no one. I mean, nothing to no one. Before.
Died? I'm looking at Devlin with concern. Then I'm looking at like my own hands.
Think back to the stories that we were told. Everyone had stories that they were told as children. Everyone goes somewhere after they die, but no one ever knew where. What if this is one of those somewheres?
That makes sense.
And what if something is trying to break into this place?
No, wait, no. I'm kind of like putting my hands up. When you die, you're supposed to be at rest. You're supposed to. Not this.
Unless you feel like you have unfinished business. Then you can end up in limbo or purgatory or some other place of existence where your soul will constantly be tormented.
How do you know all of this?
I had a lot of time to read in the 4 months that you guys apparently were gone.
Can I insight check her?
Sure, go ahead and roll an insight check.
I ask her if we already died, then how can we die again?
And what
We
happens
watched-
if we die again?
We watched our friends die. If we're already dead, how can?
If we're in a place like that's similar to a limbo or a purgatory or somewhere that's like a half plane or a half step into death, then this is our soul's chance at redemption or peace. And those that are killed and freed of whatever curse was put on them can rest in peace. Or maybe they're given a second chance as they are sent back to wherever they came from or sent to a new plane of existence.
Who would do
Well,
this?
don't you?
I don't know. There's only a few beings that I can think of that are strong enough.
Is Cryovane one of them?
No, Cryovane's just a pawn. I'm talking about real beings. The gods, the demons, the devils.
What would they want with a place like this?
Testing ground.
Testing?
Limbo has gotten full and purgatory's filled with crazies. They needed something that they could control more, and maybe this is that.
Like the child weapons?
Maybe.
What god are you talking about?
I don't know.
And then I immediately start thinking about the translations that we read.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What were they? What was the time? Then I'm like, as
Asmodeus.
that. That's the one.
The archdemon of the 9 hells.
Why would we have found stuff about summoning him if he might be behind this, like, created this place? Why would we find stuff to summon him?
Everything that can
Did
be
somebody
summoned
else-
can also be sent back.
So somebody else might have tried to send him back before.
Or somebody did send him back successfully.
So then it might be able to be done again. So then why not try?
Because we don't know how.
Well, that's why we have to explore the lands and put together the puzzle pieces.
There's this
We are
old
missing
story
one.
that once a demon god was locked far away, and there were 9 keys to his release. You guys have a map.
You said 9 keys?
There were 9 keys to this demon king's release. In the story, each key was given to a knight. However, it could just be a metaphor. Or it could just be a fairy tale. But how many ruins and temples and caves appeared after you guys came out of the floating temple?
Fine.
Mm-hmm. And something strange happens every time you clear one, does it not?
Are we inexorably freeing this demon god?
I am only telling you what I can surmise.
So then if that's the case... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Strange is nothing new. It's hardly able to be comparable to anything else.
Now, DM, real quick. The map of Greater Ekthire, is that something that was presented to the group? Or is that just, so, you know,
No,
we've
you
all
were given a
seen
map.
it? Okay. So looking at the map of Greater Ekthire, it looks like there are 9 temples and or caves and or ruins scattered about. So if this is the case, then perhaps we should simply do nothing. If what we're doing is has the cause effect of releasing this demon god, we need to stop, right?
Really think that's even an option?
We could simply not. You could simply go back to Ekthire, or we could simply try and change our tactics and move towards taking out Cryovane, helping Pen and Diamonds.
Pen's herbs and present ourselves on a platter and become dragon dinner.
I'm gonna narrow my eyes at Ace. You're not gonna be helpful.
It was just as good a suggestion as yours.
Well, you enjoy the herbs. We need to do something. Or nothing.
The something was what I said. You cannot do something and nothing.
Well, nothing inexorably, yeah. Well. And then you start seeing, like, Malachi would start seeing, like, little equations appear around his head. Like, you start, like, pondering for half a second. And I'm like, wait. Getting off topic.
If
And I look over.
if the god is to be banished again, it must first be summoned. You can't banish without summoning first.
How do you intend to banish somebody?
I don't know, but maybe through the summoning we'll understand the banishing.
You guys did leave some documents with the temple.
What documents?
To research.
Oh, that's true.
With your
Maybe
other
later on
friend,
something.
Eos?
Ah, the damn unicorn.
At least my damned unicorn isn't afraid of its own shadow.
And so since Midnight understands human speech, he would look back at Ace, like kind of narrow his eyes and just like and then turn away.
Do you guys have anything else you would like to discuss this day?
I think that's plenty for a day.
Okay.
Yeah, what's our game plan for tomorrow?
You're not at that that black speck in the distance is getting closer. It's more like a wooden brown speck in the distance that's getting larger as you get closer to the lake.
Sort of only leaves two notable choices. Go back, do more research, look at our documents, see if Eos has found anything, or just keep heading to various temples and locations.
Well, if I was reading the map correctly, there's another ruin and a cave in the grassland. And then everything else is in that forest.
You have a ruins in the marsh, you have a cave in the grasslands, you have a few things in the forest, and you have an island.
Yeah, and there's the island. So, we can either finish off the grasslands before we go back to town, or just go back to town and start here when we come back.
I suppose we may as well finish the grasslands. But keep your herbs prepared because we may end up on a dragon platter.
You guys continue the rest of this day's journey. Wet. Scared. But at least you have some type of game plan, right? Next day's journey goes similarly. Again, more rain. And as the day goes on, it gets harder and harder and harder. The following day, you wake up in a panic.
Ah,
There's a funnel moving towards you.
My friend.
No, not that type of funnel.
Oh no.
Who rolled the triple zeros?
Die.
yeah.
That was me.
Roll a d6 for me.
4.
Oh God.
Oh shit. What did I do?
It is leaving a path as it moves, as it is tearing up the grass and brush and animals, and you guys feel yourselves being lifted off your feet as this tornado approaches.
As we would feel that. Oh, go ahead.
Just a son of a bitch.
Because I was gonna say that as we noticed that this funnel was coming towards us, I would have tried to dash in the opposite direction.
It's an F3 tornado. You will not outrun it.
Jesus. Oh boy.
I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
The
man.
reality is you should never try to outrun any tornado because it won't work, not even in a car.
Well-
Twister was a lie. An excellent movie, but a lie.
Well, make sure you hold on to your butts. Don't lose your butts now.
We've got cows. Natural 20.
Well, Dianish, you get to add a D4 to yours and Draco's roll.
Auto dex save. My god. This tornado's lucky.
And Pen.
I got 28 for both of us.
Malachi, you're the only one that failed. Oh, roll one for your horse.
Okay.
I believe it's a +1.
10.
Plus a D4 for your
Plus
horse.
D4.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Your horse fails as well.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm not rolling that many dice. Malachi,
Yep.
you and your horse are sucked up into the air, thrown
Yep.
around a little bit, and launched like 400 or 500 feet in a random direction.
Oh, wow.
400 or 500 feet north, which is
Okay.
ironically the direction you were heading.
Complete
And you hit
luck.
the ground hard.
Oh, yeah. Would I be able to Misty Step in order to, try and move and negate some damage?
Misty Step teleports you, but it does not reduce your velocity.
Would I be able to Misty Step and myself over a body of water so that I go down into the water rather than the
Falling
the
at
hard
500
ground?
feet, you'll get close to terminal velocity. The water will feel like ground.
Oh, well. Ouch either way, so I'm not going to waste a spell slot then.
Your horse disappears,
Yep.
and you take 56 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
You're lucky. I only rolled 9d12. It could have been 40d6.
Okay.
Great way to wake up.
Indeed.
As Chano passes through, the rain clears up, and you're greeted with calm skies for the rest of your travel.
I would take 10 more minutes to once again cast Find Steed.
The best part of waking up is a tornado up the butt.
Oh boy. So, as
That was a good one.
Thanks.
right?
I told you to hold your butts. Told you.
I've summoned Midnight back, and he
Okay.
kind of comes back panicking. What the fuck just happened?
I don't
try
think
and
they
calm him
retain
down.
memory.
Oh no? Okay,
No.
cool. Never mind then.
I mean, we can have it retain memory for funsies,
No, that's your decision. But
but I don't think
I'm
it
okay
retain.
with
I don't
it.
think it retains memory from Find Steed. I could be wrong.
Let me take a look. It disappears, leaving behind no physical form. You can also dismiss your steed as an action at any time, causing it to disappear. In either case, casting a spell again summons the same steed restored to its hit point maximum.
Okay, so it does retain its memory.
It does or doesn't?
It does.
Okay. It comes back. What the fuck? And I'm like, chill. We're okay. We're okay. You don't look okay. I'm like, chill.
Nothing else interrupts you as you continue on your way through the rest of this day? Another long rest uninterrupted. The final day, the As you're walking, it is still a nice clear day. Gentle breeze. A little chilly like fall weather. And as you come up on the brown object near Lover's Lake, you actually see that it is indeed your ship. Anchored on the shore. You see a couple
Oh,
fires out and about.
Majesty.
See a couple fires out and about with the crew camping.
I start running over to the ship. Well, I mean, I guess I'm mounted on a midnight, so I start galloping towards the ship happily.
Yep.
I guess we'll go too.
Who's camped out there?
Your crew, everyone that was there.
Who's captaining the ship? It wasn't Ymir, right?
No, it was.
Oh, it was.
And her
Okay,
first
so
mate.
Ymir's there. Ahoy!
Ah! Ah! Ha! You guys are alive. Yay!
I look at him with a deadpan expression. Thanks. Have you been waiting here this whole time?
No, we did a couple missions up and down the river, but we didn't see you guys.
Come across
see
anything of
any-
note? Go ahead.
Giant beast flew overhead a few days ago. I guess that was almost a week ago now.
A week ago. You guys see any like light beams?
No, no light beams. You guys feeling okay? Did you smoke something weird again?
No. I haven't in a couple of days. But,
For reference, it took
it
you
didn't
4
kinda-
days from the willow tree to the river and another 4 days from the river up to the boat.
So, yeah. Well, we encountered some dragons and some light pillars coming from the sky, and then the dragons disappeared. So, what did you guys encounter?
Just the same water elementals and a couple of flying creatures. Most left us alone. We had to scare some off with a warning shot. No dragons. We did finally kill that
Yeah.
dragon turtle.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, good job.
It looked half frozen though, so I don't really think we did that. I don't really think it took that much more for us to kill it.
Oh, well. You take a trophy at least?
Yeah. And they pull out
sure,
this giant claw.
Too bad you couldn't take a shell. I bet you that'd be really useful.
Too hard for us to break down.
Well, couldn't you just tow it behind you? I mean, it would float in the water.
It'd slow us down too much when we were trying to find you guys. It's over there,
Well, I mean,
and he points to the other side of the bank of Lover's Lake, and you see the shell and the decomposing body of the dragon turtle.
Well, I mean, it doesn't exactly have to be you guys, but maybe when we get back to town, we can send out another salvage crew.
That'd be too risky at this point. We've already been gone for almost a month now.
Well, don't
Do you have any way
like
of
hunting? Go ahead now, okay.
I was just gonna ask if he had any. They have any way of contacting the city while out here. Any way to
One
get any
second.
sort of
You're
like
talking
regular
to
report?
Ymir.
Yes,
Her. Not
her. I apologize.
not her first mate.
Yes, talking to Ymir.
No, we don't particularly have anybody well versed in that.
Mm. So you have
Been-
no idea what's happened to the city.
There have been no flares.
That's fair.
They gave us
Sorry, go ahead,
one.
Dave.
They did give you one, but you guys never
Mm.
fired it off.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything else besides the dragon turtle, half frozen or dead.
There's a thing that flew over almost a week ago.
But it wasn't dead.
The thing that flew over us?
Correct.
No, the thing that flew over us was very much alive. We all just hid.
I see.
Which way up the river did you guys go?
Just this one, the one that we dropped you off in.
Express, so did you go northeast or southwest?
We didn't go east. This was the western river. There's the eastern river that we came from, which leads back to town. Or to the city, rather.
Oh. I was just trying to see if we ended up covering the same ground, which it sounds like it. Are you guys heading back? Were you guys waiting for us to head back to the
Oh
city?
yeah, we were commissioned to bring you out here. If we went back without you guys, they'd send the whole fleet.
Well, how are your
Is
supplies? Do you have any, are you guys ready to go back?
We could use some more supplies, yes. But there are also a couple more ruins here that we have to show you. They're on the way back.
Yeah.
We passed them on the way out here.
I look up and I kind of nod about that. If we're gonna press on, we might as well complete it. But I'm still wary about doing much of anything anymore.
Now you're being as much of a wuss as your horse. Let's carry on the ones on the way back.
Midnight would start chuffing. It's like, you need to do something about her. And I'd kind of pat him and respond telepathically in time.
I'm also told that animals reflect off their companions. So,
Oh, that's legit. Midnight and I do share personality traits here.
so if he's acting like a wuss, that means that you're kind of feeling like a wuss.
Hey, he's also a intelligent 6 creature. And then as I say that, he kind of looks up at me like, huh? And I'm like,
What's
exactly, it's
intelligent?
okay.
Anyways, well, is the cook serving anything at the moment? You something to eat.
Yes. We are working on that. We can also get the ship ready to go if you guys want to head back that way.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Okay. And she whistles. And everyone gets up and starts slowly getting back on the ship.
I have questions for Penn and Dionysus.
Yeah, as you're loading up, you
Yeah.
may ask your questions.
You all know about dragons and loyalty and things. Do you think it was the white dragon or Cryovane that froze the dragon turtle? And why?
It could have been. I think if it was Cryovane, then he would have. It might have been Cryovane. Now that I think about it, just to send the dragon turtle a message, because maybe the dragon turtle isn't really evil at all. It's just trying to survive, and it just it's taking everything as a threat right now because of the presence of Cryovane.
He seemed
So
like
maybe
he
they
would
just.
help progress tracking us.
Well, that's why he sent his minions after us, so that he can take care of a bigger threat than us. Because that dragon turtle was pretty big. What do you think?
My guess is just another sort of boss that doesn't care about killing those that work for them.
Well,
I'm
we
with those.
don't. So you think that the dragon turtle was working for him?
Willingly or unwillingly, he was. I mean, the white dragon was following us for Cryovane. I can't imagine why the turtle wouldn't be as well. They sort of traveled together.
Dragon turtles are not the same as a regular dragon.
No?
No, they're still a turtle. They're just called dragon turtles because they have uh, dragonish features. Like it's instead of their uh, like head and everything being vulnerable, it has scales on it, and their shell is um, a little bit harder than a regular uh, turtle because it's like dragon scale basically.
So they're
But
not
there's
as more
no.
deserving dragon lords.
No, I don't think that. I think that the dragon turtle, especially when he was coming after us, was just because we were in his territory.
I see. Thank you.
But that's just me. I'm not an actual expert.
Well, you certainly
No,
know
that
more
was.
than I do.
As you guys
Well, thank
all
you.
as you guys all load up on the ship, uh, Ymir comes back out. Hey, get on this ship, slowpokes. You're holding us up. It'll take us about 3 days to get over to the ruins.
Coming! I'm going to release my swordfish at this time and tell him goodbye.
Okay, your swordfish happily swims away. You all load up on the ship. Steeds and dragons alike always allowed. And you help the crew
And
prepare.
yep, midnight chucks happily.
On that note, we will pick up from there next time. Thank you all for watching. Uh, Share this, leave a like, comment, and hope you just enjoyed your time. A little late this week, but hopefully next week we'll be back on schedule on Tuesday. Otherwise, everyone have a great night.
It's my fault.
Good night.
No faults. Take care, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Good night.